Left wing is as left wing does. Deft wing is as deft wing does. West wing is as west wing does. Holler if you hear me, folks. And I should have known. I left for a couple weeks. You know, I stay messaging and stuff like that. You can schedule messages. I just copy and paste them over to the other platforms, and I go from there. It saves me time from scrolling and seeing all this other drivel and just staying out of the fray. That's all it is. That's why I'm not checking my notifications and arguing with people. It's just not going to happen. And I want to avoid this crap. This nonsense. It's constant. The permanent circular firing squad on the American left. Look at the American left. You have a fascist sympathizer, at the very least, an autocratic wannabe in the most powerful political office on earth in your own country, and you fucking just cannot bring yourself to fight it. You cannot bring yourselves to fight it. You cannot bring yourselves to fight his fascistic party. You cannot bring yourselves to focus. You cannot bring yourselves to just follow a process. There has to be a process to win. You can't just wing it for the rest of your lives. And by the way, to all you clowns out there who want to fucking criticize me because I'm talking about this, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. I have to point it out every time it happens. I have to. Somebody has to point it out. Somebody has to say, you're doing it again. You're doing it again. Instead of following the process, a permanent winning procedure to win, arm, train, educate, organize, and unionize workers, tenants, and students internationally, this is what we're doing. We're rallying around Hasan, or Mike from PA, or the Vanguard idiots who all they fucking talk about is other left-wingers and critiques of them. I mean, this shit is just so annoying. I'm just so fucking tired of it. I'm so tired of it. I want to win. I want victory. And when we lose, workers, tenants, and students lose. It's that simple. When the left wing loses, workers, tenants, and students lose. When the right wing wins, workers, tenants, and students lose. When centrists win, they might have a shot, right? They might have a shot. That's why we work in coalitions, often with the center, and we don't try to work with the right against the center. That wouldn't make any sense. You're going to work with fascists against liberals and moderates, and just people are idiots now. People are, you keep seeing this crap. I'm telling you, it's never going to end unless you end it. Unless you end it. Unless you stop rallying around shit posters, podcasters, and politicians. That's what you have to do. You have to stop rallying around shit posters, podcasters, and politicians unless they're in alignment. Are they in alignment with the process? Or are they engaged in the freaking blame, the BCD behavior, right? Blame, complain, and deflect, right? Shift the blame, change the topic, woe is me. Are they doing that stuff? Are they constantly training their fire on the left and the center? Or are they focused on the process, which is arming, training, educating, organizing, and unionizing workers, tenants, and students internationally? I always say workers, tenants, and students because those are the broadest sections and deepest layers of humanity. And they occupy the three main spaces of humanity outside of institutions: workplaces, living spaces, and learning spaces. And obviously there's some crossover there. Look, this is what we have to do. Somebody has to carry that banner. And it clearly can't be me. It can't be me because I don't have a pulpit. Okay, I don't have a platform. I don't have some massive cult following. Somebody has to do it. One of you has to do it. Somebody has to fucking pick up the guidon and carry it forward. Carry it forward. March forward. And get it done. Instead of this shit. Hasan Piker, shot caller. Mike from PA says it wasn't a shot caller. Hasan shows proof it's apparently not. A bunch of people say it is. Some idiot says he's going to donate $25,000 if you can prove it. They prove it. Is he going to donate? I don't fucking know. You think the guy's going to donate the $25,000 if they prove it wasn't a shock collar? Probably not. Probably not. You think they're going to... Most of these folks, they just take the money and they run out the back with it. They're not even registering voters. Notice I never mention registering voters as part of the process. Notice I never mention calling, writing, emailing, rallying, marching, protesting. I never mention voting. Okay? That is part of the electoral process. Once you hit a critical mass with the process I have described, the permanent winning procedure, arming, training, educating, organizing, and unionizing workers' tenants. Once you hit a critical mass with that, you're going to have your own parties. So in the meantime, you might as well vote every time anyway. That includes the primary, general elections, special elections, every year. Okay, you notice I never mentioned that? It shouldn't need to be mentioned. Calling, writing, emailing, marching, rallying, protesting, those are recruiting grounds for the process. Right? Not, I don't know, what con do these folks, you got Comic Con, this con, that con, which one do we have a Progressive Con? Okay, where do these folks go? Is that the recruiting ground? Do we have something like that? No, of course not. Of course not. We are a joke. We are a joke. I mean, it is, comparing us to any countries left is a joke. We've got fucking scrambled eggs for brains leading us. I mean, seriously, guys. Seriously, this is what we're going to talk about. This is what we're going to talk about. This is what the American left is focused on as Donald Trump is bombing Venezuelan fishermen, Iranian nuclear facilities, funding a genocide in Gaza, while he's freaking trying to lock up political prisoners. This is what you guys are focused on. In the citadel of fucking capitalism. This thing you claim to want to abolish. Oh my God. Just fucking get it together. Okay? Just get it together. I don't care if you like Hasan or Mike from PA. By the way, I'm Mike from PA. Much better looking one, of course. Sorry, Mike. You're not close in that department, buddy. Look, seriously, though. This is where we're at. Oh, my God. Look. I don't know what else to do. I don't know what else to do but to beg you, to implore you, to just do the right fucking thing. Stop rallying around podcasters, shitposters, and politicians, and start rallying around workers, tenants, and students for this process. Look, all the voting and all that sort of stuff, you got to do it every time, and all the calling, writing, emailing, marching, rallying, protest. You got to do all that all the time anyway. You're going to do that anyway. But the vast majority of your energy should be spent on the process, not arguing on Twitter. I'm going to leave it at that. I can't even take it anymore.